What's up, guys? So, I finally get around to streaming, and I am glad because this way I can prove that I am actually still alive. Although sometimes I question if I'm really alive still, but, anyways, I'm just trying to be silly. But anyways, guys, this morning I saw a trend on the wonderful world of Twitter talking about cheats in games and if they are a bad thing to use or not. And then I said, you know what? I never thought about that. I never even considered discussing this, but since it was a topic that I did not think about but I consider interesting, I said, sure, let's stream about it. And immediately, the first thing that I gotta say is for anyone who minds cheats, it's like I can see why you would say such a thing, but at the same time, for me personally, I am of the opinion that video games are not something important in my life. It's absolutely a waste of time. That is the real truth about them. It's not you're being productive at all. It's just you getting lost in a piece of entertainment, and if that brings you joy and happiness and satisfaction like it used to do for me when I was a kid, then sure, you indulge as you please. But to think that something that doesn't have importance is considered as or treated as something that you need to be serious about and not use cheats, because when you beat a game using cheats, it's not like a way to beat something with integrity. It's like, I don't care. It's just a game. Why are you caring about that so much? Like, I think it was Sega or Sony. I don't know. Someone posted that you could have accomplished beating a level the normal way with your skills, with your expertise, challenge yourself, but you decided to use a cheat. So, how can you be happy and proud with yourself? And I'm like, well, the reason you can be happy and proud of yourself is because you're just playing a game and it's entertaining. You cannot ever convince me that that is something integral in my life that I need to care about preserving my integrity in, you know? So, a story about me is that when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and San Andreas, I used to cheat in those fucking games, especially San Andreas, because the code that you use to recover your armor is also the code that you use to make money. I think if you use that code once, you earn like $100,000, I think it was, or something. I don't know. So, needless to say, I grinded my way through San Andreas using that cheat code so that I could buy up absolutely everything. Did I have any regret or shame in that? No, because I am one of the people out there who just likes to be done with a video game as quickly as possible. And even using cheat codes, it took me years to be able to make it to the end of San Andreas because I just didn't really have a brain to be doing the quests like I'm supposed to. So, for anyone out there who sees it as a big deal, I understand why, because you want to truly, like, there was work that was put into developing a game. So, you are supposed to beat it by unlocking certain items, taking your time, growing throughout the game, like developing your technique and whatnot. So, for you to be using cheats, it's like you picking a game constantly in very easy, which for me in fucking Metal Gear, I never played Extreme or European Extreme except for the Twin Snakes. And you know what I did on the Twin Snakes? I used the motherfucking stealth gear. So it's not necessarily a cheat because the item is given to you upon completion of the game, and the infinite ammo bandana is also given to you at the end of the game, depending on which quest you use, like whether you let Meryl die or Emmerich die, whatever. So if it's given to you, why the hell would you not use it? So for me, I use it because it helps me experience the game a little differently. It's like I'm untouchable, I'm indestructible, I can explore places that I normally cannot explore because there are sentries in there or cameras in there, whatever. And that gave me a sense of freedom. I was able to enjoy the game with or without cheats, with or without those extra items that make it easier to beat a game. So there is no way that anyone out there can ever talk me into minding cheats because you know me, I like to think critically, and in the grand scheme of things, video games are a waste of time and they're not important. So I cannot ever be frowning at myself for using them or at anyone who uses them. So for me, it's like I understand the folks who do mind it. Like you wanna, it's like spoilers in a movie. You wanna walk into a movie and not know anything about it and let the shock factor take over you or something. But like a video game, come on, man. There's like more stuff in my day that I can get upset about, you know. But anyways, maybe I'm just overly simplistic, and I get criticized for that a lot. But that's just the truth. Like, you ever wonder why I'm so happy all the damn time? It's not drugs doing this to me or alcohol. Like I don't have to touch anything to feel good about myself, you know? So anyways, I thought I would just randomly mention that. Hello, William. I still know all the Grand Theft Auto Vice City cheats by heart. Oh, I remember them too. It's like I remember the button sequence. Like mentally I cannot tell you R1, R2, L1, R2, or the X, or like I have to have the controller in my hands and then I can remember everything. Like if you press the X on one of the combos, you have the armor. If you press the circle, I think it was the red health, the pink health. And then I remember the different combinations for the guns too. Like there's one set of weapons, another set of weapons. I don't remember quite what the arsenal was for each of the codes. I would have to think about it a bit. And then in Vice City, or excuse me, San Andreas, one of them can actually put out the fire in a car, but sometimes they would still explode. But anyways, it's just the code is there for a reason. And if you think about it, if it weren't for cheat codes, some mechanics of the game would not be available. Because from what I recall, you can change into the pedestrians and civilians that you see in Vice City, but there's not necessarily a uniform for that. You could change Tommy's clothes. Like, he could have a suit, he could have, you know, the regular t-shirt that he wore, like that light blue one with the palms in it or whatever it was, and the jeans. And then for another one, he could wear, couldn't he wear like a leather jacket or something? I don't know. But then there was a code in which he could turn to any pedestrian, like female pedestrians or anything, even though he would retain his same voice. But if it weren't for that cheat, you would have never played as the pedestrians. See what I mean? Which all that is a visual alteration. It does not affect the player's performance at all. But for me, I like to know that I have options because that is what America does to me. It drowns me and shoots me with options. So to know that even in my games, I have a flexibility as to what I consume, it's awesome for me. See what I mean? But anyway, uh, some people shock horror play games for fun to relax and not out of some bizarre sense of pride. I love it challenging games, but it's not what I want all the time. Yeah, like I understand that because trust me, I used to be a gamer when I was a little girl and I would refuse to take shortcuts or anything. But sometimes if I am stuck at a level for a long ass time, that is when my pride gets in the way and I'm like, no, no matter how frustrated I am, no matter how many weeks I've been stuck on this level, I still want to beat it by my skills and expertise and technique and whatnot. But if it's a game that I have played a dozen times and I already know the ending, why would I neglect cheating here and there or using the cheats here and there? Because it adds to the experience of the game in the same manner that it takes away from the experience. It adds to the experience. It just depends on you as an individual. But I guess again, I'm just someone who keeps it overly simplistic, and I just cannot let that get in my way, ever. People use cheats in real life, so why take game cheats so serious? Exactly. Like Yeah, there's a lot of people who take 8,000 shortcuts in real life. And like, even when it comes to getting jobs, you can even cheat your way through it. So, are we really that concerned about gaming integrity when in real life we have a corruption problem that stems from taking shortcuts, cheating, cheats? You know, like, yeah, so get out of here. I cannot ever take you seriously if you're trying to inculcate integrity to me that you cannot like protect or prove yourself. See what I mean? Achievements and trophies killed off cheat codes. Interesting. But yeah, you guys, honestly, that's all that I have to say on that one. I don't mind. I don't care. I used them. I enjoyed them. And I stayed away from them when I felt like it was right to stay away from them just for my individual benefit and purpose. But yeah, for anyone out there who gets legitimately upset that people use cheat codes, it's like, how about if you worry about your little game and the way that you play your little game, and then let the rest of us experience things as we see fit for ourselves? See what I mean? It's like, I would never tell you guys what to do or how to play a game, so I would expect that you don't do the same to me. And even in the comment sections of some videos, I hear people trying to tell the person who runs the channel how to go about a level. I'm like, no, let them pick which, like, there are some games that let you have alternate endings. So sometimes one person may say, oh, like in Metal Gear, let Otacon die or let Meryl die, this and that. No, how about if you let the person in charge of playing the game make the decision? If you're really that concerned about the outcome that you want to see, how about if you play your game in your own space and time, you know? But again, that's just me being overly harsh and critical because I think that's just a childish behavior. And I just do not like to dwell on that. Like, I keep it simple. Sorry. Not sorry, but maybe I'm a little sorry. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I am going to bail now. This is pretty much all that I have. I hope that you guys have been doing well. As you can hear, I have recovered 100% and I feel great. Everything has been okay and smooth. At home, I have a little bit of a mess because my brother moved in over the weekend and now he's going to be gone again for a few days, but then he'll be back to officially settle indefinitely. We're not sure how long he'll stick around, but anyways, so it's possible that you'll see some weird stuff happening in my channel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I have lots of ideas and I'm pretty sure it'll be fun to just share with you guys what this is all about. So, but anyways, that is what you can expect.